Alright guys, today we're taking a look at a device called Ditoo from Divroom. It is basically a Bluetooth speaker, but obviously, as you can see, it has a screen on top of it, and it actually, this model that we're looking at today, it looks like a little mini computer. All the keys on it actually work. It actually lights up, which is a pretty cool effect. And basically, besides it being just a Bluetooth speaker, it actually does some pixel art on top of it, so you can see that there's pixel art scrolling through. So you can see there's actually pixel art scrolling through this, and you can download a bunch of content creators out there, all their pixel creations that they did. They have an iPhone app, and you can do all sorts of things with it, like setting an alarm, downloading the pixel art, playing some games on it, some really cool animations that you can do on here. And we're going to go ahead and start and taking a look at this thing and seeing what it can actually do. So let me start with you guys doing an overview of the iPhone app itself and see all the functionality that this thing can do.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the Ditoo speaker, the retro portable speaker, and I'm really excited to check this product out from Divroom that I was sent, because it has some really cool sounding things. It's not just a portable speaker that plays music, it's a pixel speaker, as you can tell by the screen here, and you can basically customize this thing through an iPhone app, and a lot of people are making creations and stuff, and you can have it do pixel art from a bunch of different artwork that people are using. And more importantly than that, it actually has some games you can play with it that people are making pixelated, some applications like an alarm clock, all sorts of different apps that you can basically use on this thing. So I'm excited to dive into that with you guys. But first, let's go ahead and open this up and let's see exactly what this thing looks like. So there is the packaging. We can get this out of the thing. You can see the back, exactly what it says. So this one's a 10-watt driver, 360 surround sound, internet radio station support, 250 programmable lights, 8-bit pixel art creation, an online community, online pixel art gallery. So just some of the features that are on here. Here's more stuff. 16 RGB color display, a smart alarm, and a aid. Gives you social media notifications on there. DJ mixer, daily tools. And the mobile app, and then a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, 8 hours of playtime without having to charge it. So let's take a look at this thing. You can see it right in there. This is the blue color for those of you guys that are wondering. It's cool that it comes in a little fancy carrying case here. I like that. Basically pop open this button, and there it is. This thing looks really sleek. Look at this thing. It looks like a mini computer. That is the carrying case that it comes in. Really good job on the actual presentation of this thing. But look at this thing. It says the retro pixel art portable speaker, has a little analog control stick which can actually be used in certain applications to move around. It's got some keys. Keys feel good, like you're using a computer. And then the speaker sitting there on the top. And then you can see here on the side, you got a micro SD slot. We got to see what that's about. The on and off button and the USB plug-in. This just looks really, really sleek. Let's go ahead and see if this is charged up in any way. So there it is. It's telling you to connect via Bluetooth. It's got it obviously is displaying a time. I like the little lights that are sitting on the keys here. That's really cool looking on how that shows up. That's really cool how this is showing up. Obviously, I have to download the app. We're going to get this set up, and then we're going to do some fun stuff with it. We're going to check it out. So let me download the iPhone application now that we've done the unboxing of it, and then we'll dive into some features of this thing. Alright guys, so here's the Ditoo Lite. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of how this thing actually works and what you can actually do with it. You can see here that the one we're looking at here today looks like a little mini computer. I really like the look of this thing. And you can see the app that we have here with a bunch of the different features. And this scrolls through and goes through a bunch of the main menu stuff. You can control the volume on here. You can control the brightness. And here it scrolls through all the different animations that you have saved on here. So that's pretty cool. And stuff like that. And this is the volume down volume. So let's look at the actual phone. So you can see here all the different things that you could do with this thing. So you can design something on your own. So you can design any of these pixel art things that you want. You can look at the animations. There's a text editor, so you can literally just like go in here and let's say, for example, type hello. And you can see hello comes right up. So that's pretty cool. You can leave messages and stuff. DJ mixer here. So it's got like a bunch of different sounds. Switch the so a little bit of music that you can create on there. You can even leave voice memos where you can record a memo. Testing this for a YouTube video.
Testing this for a YouTube video.
So you can see how that works. And you can see there that there's now a message that you can play when someone comes. Then you could do the chats. You can chat with someone else who has one of these. You can chat back and forth between them if you wanted to, if someone else had one of these products. You can set alarm, a sleep timer. You can even set a planner with different calendar stuff that you could do on there. You can go through and play games on this thing. So if you were to, for example, hit go on this Pixel Tetris.
Testing this for a YouTube video.
I guess you got to actually play the audio clip so it realizes that you read it. So here we go with the Tetris. You hit go. And then you can move this down. And do that. So you can play some Tetris. There's a couple of other games on here. There's Pixel Slot. There's some dice games. Magic 8 Box. Astro Battle. Flappy Wings, kind of like Flappy Bird. So this one is just you literally trying to flap through. Going through all the different ones, so that's pretty fun. You got Pixel Snake, Pixel Race, Block Elimination. So you can play some cool games, some interesting games on here if you want. It's got a stopwatch. You could do celebration days. So when a birthday comes up, it will talk. And what some of the other things you do is you could do a countdown, you could do a noise meter so it sees how much room is in here. This is pretty cool because you can actually add like a scoreboard and it will keep track of the score that you're playing when you're playing another game. So it's just, you could leave it on the table. So that's pretty interesting. This is pretty cool. I really like this. It basically, like when you have your phone connected to this, any notifications you get from Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, incoming calls, even messages on iOS or Android, all that stuff will literally come in here and make the noise, and then you'll see the notification and you can see what that was about so you know you got one. So that stuff is cool. And the weather is also cool as well that you can add on there. So all that stuff is cool. Now, some of the things you can also do with this thing is you can create kind of like mini channels. So you can see that you're scrolling through. This is the visualizer channel. So you can either use that one. You can see this guy. So this is the button that I was hitting here before that you can scroll through and look at the channels. That's what it's scrolling through. It's scrolling through these channels. So you can see a visualizer, VG effects. This is a channel that basically just goes through random art that the community has made because the community can make their own art on here. So you basically would just go on here and it's scrolling through a bunch of different art that people have made, pixel related stuff. So that's pretty cool. You can mess with some lighting on here. You could just leave it on the clock and you can select different clock variations and change the color and stuff. So that stuff is pretty cool as well. Also come in here and listen to some radio stations that they have or local music if you want right from here. So if you go back here to where my account was, instead of me, you can just go to gallery and you can come here and download anything you want. Any character festivals, anything people have made. There's a lot of cool stuff that people have made. And then you can basically add it to the channel guide. So when you're scrolling through, it will scroll through these things. So like I have, you can see here the custom ones that I've saved. There's a Mario, Street Fighter, Kirby and stuff. So I save these on here. And you can just upload them to your device, and those will be the ones that it will scroll through when it needs to. You can even do a startup animation with this thing, so when the thing turns on, all those kinds of things. So some pretty cool stuff with this that you can actually do. But of course, you can also use this as a regular Bluetooth. I'm not going to be able to play any song because then it's going to have to be muted, as you know, with the way YouTube works. But you heard kind of the sound that the way it was before. Actually, you know what? Maybe let's see if we can get a radio station to work that isn't playing any music and is just talking. So you can see it sounds pretty good, and you can see the little visualizer stuff. He moves his mouth as the song goes. So that stuff is pretty cool. It has some pretty cool functionality. That's basically an overview of what the app is. Let me go ahead and now bring you guys to the table, and let's talk about this thing a little bit more and tell you what I think. All right, guys, so that was an overview of this Divroom device. So this company is making some really cool stuff. I really like this Bluetooth speaker. It's not anything I've ever seen done before with all the functionality that this thing actually has. The fact that it's not just a Bluetooth speaker, and also not even just something that shows pixels, but there's some games you can play on it. You can use it as an alarm clock, a stopwatch. You can leave messages. Like if you put this on like a nightstand and you want to leave a voice message for someone, you can send a voice message, and then when they get home, they see it. They can play it. You know, so there's some cool functionality on there. And not only is the functionality cool, I actually love the way this thing looks. It obviously looks like a MIDI computer. I have it sitting on my desk, and it goes perfectly because when I have this thing turned on and I go over there and I have my phone next to me, if I'm playing a game or something, I'm obviously not looking at my phone, but this thing will make a noise and also show a notification when I have a message coming in from my phone, from either Facebook, a text message, a phone call, any of those things. This thing will make the notification sound that it needs to and actually show it on the display. So really cool to have like as a companion sitting next to my computer. And this comes in a variety of different colors. You know, they have this color, black, pink, you know, all different colors. And this one's nice because it has this little joystick on here that you can rock back and forth. So it makes some games a little bit more playable, and it also makes it easy to rock. And it also just adds a cool little effect to how this actually looks down here. It even has a micro SD card slot here on the back. So you can actually add your own music right to it if you want to. So you can actually not even rely on, you know, using Bluetooth on your phone. You can just play music straight from it. It does last about 12 hours on a full charge. It comes with a USB cable that you can charge, you know, either, you know, with any USB, like, you know, little square piece, like from your iPhone or straight on your computer, whatever that you want to use, you can charge this thing with. And it actually goes decently loud, too. I was really shocked at how loud this thing can actually go. And the clarity is actually pretty good on this thing. It only goes for $79 on Amazon. It's not bad at all. Really, really, really cool device. And I'm glad to add it to my home, you know, being obviously a fan of retro gaming and stuff. All those pixelated things that you can add onto and it scrolls through, and you can obviously either create your own, or people have made some of the ones that you like, so you can go in there and download your favorite characters and have this thing scroll through. Really cool device, really cool Bluetooth speaker. Definitely something I would recommend if you're a fan of like pixel creation and a fan of going in a game room type of setting. This is a perfect little piece for it. Really cool device, and that is Divo from Divroom. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen here today, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.